After catching a glimpse of the Martians emerging from their strange cylinder, I found myself frozen knee-deep in the heather, staring at the mound that concealed them. I was torn between fear and fascination. I didn't dare walk straight back to the pit, but something in me needed to see. I began to circle, slowly, looking for a vantage point, constantly watching the sand mounds hiding these new arrivals. Once I saw black whip-like appendages shoot into the sky and vanish again. Then a thin, segmented rod rose up, topped with a spinning disc. I had no idea what it meant, but it felt calculated. Most of the onlookers had clustered into two groups, one near Woking, the other toward Chobham. A few stood like me, scattered and unsure. I approached a neighbor. I didn't know his name, but I recognized him. "Ugly brutes," he muttered. "Good God, what ugly brutes." He repeated it like a mantra. I asked if he'd seen anyone in the pit. He didn't answer. We just stood there side by side, quiet, finding some weird comfort in not being alone. I moved to a small hill for a better view. By the time I looked back, he was gone, walking toward Woking. As the sun dipped behind the horizon, the crowd near Woking grew. I heard murmurs, nervous chatter. The group near Chobham dispersed. Still, the pit was silent. That eerie silence made people braver. New spectators arrived. The stillness made the Martians seem dormant. Men and women began to move forward. Slowly, in twos and threes, forming a jagged crescent around the pit. I moved forward too. Then I saw that some cab drivers and others had boldly stepped into the sandpit. A boy pushed a barrow of apples. Near Horsell, a small group advanced, waving a white flag. This was the deputation. Apparently a group had decided to try communicating. After all, the Martians seemed intelligent perhaps. A signal would show that we were too. The flag fluttered right, then left. Too far to see faces, but I later learned it was Ogilvy, Stent, and Henderson among them. The circle of onlookers began to tighten behind them. Then it happened. A flash of green light. 3 puffs of glowing smoke rose silently from the pit. The sky dimmed as the smoke climbed and a faint hiss filled the air. The deputation froze. The green glow lit their face. As and faded, the hissing grew louder. A low, eerie hum followed. Then something massive rose out of the pit, and from it flickered a pale beam, and then blinding flashes. The group with the white flag on, engulfed in silent fire. Men lit up like torches, then collapsed. Their bodies were still glowing when the rest fled in panic. I watched, stunned. I didn't understand at first. It didn't register as death, but it was. A searing light, nearly silent, struck man after man. Trees burst into flames. Dry brush ignited with a dull hump. In the distance, I saw fire race through hedges and homes near Knapp Hill. The heat ray was sweeping in a steady arc, destroying everything in its path. I saw it coming, glimpsed the fiery trail it carved, but I couldn't move. A horse screamed and fell. A glowing, invisible finger scorched the ground beside me. The road from Woking cracked and collapsed. Then, just as suddenly, the beam vanished. The hum ceased. The black dome sank into the pit once more. I stood motionless. Had the ray swept a few degrees further, I'd be gone. Darkness returned, but the world had changed. Bushes smoked. Trees glowed. Houses near Woking burned like beacons. Only the thin metal mast, topped with a wobbling mirror, remained visible above the pit. The group with the flag on, erased in seconds, and still the silence returned, as if nothing had happened. I realized I was alone, unarmed, exposed, and then fear hit me. Not reasoned fear, but gut-trenching childhood terror. Of the Martians, of the night, of the silence. I turned and ran, stumbling through the heather, eyes stinging, silent tears falling. I didn't dare look back, because I knew the very moment I thought I was safe that awful, silent death would come again and find me. Earth's first contact ended in fire. But this was only the beginning. Subscribe now to witness the next phase of the Martian invasion. Episode 6, The Fall of Woking, dropping this Sunday on DJ Lifelike.